So like we promised in the previous video, we are going to talk about cost and profit involved starting cassava production here in Ghana. I'm here with the CEO of Osborg Agric Enterprise, Mr. Boachi Yadom. Mr. Boachi, welcome.
Thank you, Na.
Okay, so like we promised, we'll be talking about the cost involved starting cassava production and then the profit one stand to make going to this business. So let's start from the land acquisition and then the preparation. Okay, so how much will it cost me or someone who want to go into cassava production to acquire an acre of land?
Cost and benefit is very important in all crop production.
Okay.
Yeah, and cassava too is very important for you to know the cost and benefit before you go into cassava production.
Okay.
But lucky enough, cassava production, I think, is not all that costly. Yeah. For 1 acre of land, as usual, it's almost 300 cedis.
That's for renting?
For renting.
Per year?
Yeah, per year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we acquire the land, how much will it cost us to prepare the land?
Land preparation, it depends on the type of land.
Okay.
If the land is a virgin land, you have to do some cuttings, burning, and so on. It's different. And also, if the land has been cultivated before, it's different. But on average, at least, if you get 400 cedis, you can be able to.
Now, what are the cost of plowing?
Cost of plowing is 300 cedis.
Okay.
If your land is a plowing land, it's 300 cedis. But cassava too, you can plant without plowing.
Okay.
Yes, in some areas in the forest zones and some areas you can plant on the field without plowing. Yes.
Oh, okay. So it depends.
It depends. Even if the land is a virgin land and a lot of trees and this, and you not even after you weed the land, you gather the bees, then you burn. When it rains, you start planting. For that one, the plowing cost will be out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at the cost of planting.
Cost of planting, it depends on where you are. There are some villages that even you get some friends or some labor to go and plant for you, but at least 200 will be good.
200 will be good.
Yeah, for planting. Yes.
But I think the location still influence the cost, right?
Yes. In crop production, when you talk of cost, much depend on the location.
The location.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some places that have to get a labor to even plant the cassava or maize. It will be very difficult. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The next thing we need to talk about is the planting material.
Yeah.
How much will it cost us to acquire the cassava stem for 1 acre?
On average, if you get 200 cedis, you can get a stem for 1 acre.
Okay. But can I get it free?
In some places here, you can get it free.
Okay.
Depend on the relationship with the farmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the major cost that will involve is the transportation cost. Maybe when your farm is in Eastern region and you want a free cassava from Bunahafu region, so the transportation from Bunahafu region to Eastern region, you even advise yourself to buy from the nearby farmer. So you can get it free. But everything free is not all that free. You bear some cost. Because the major challenge is the transportation. Because I quite remember last year there was a Chinese company having a farm at Asuchare. They need cassava stems. I have to go to Adidome, Volta region, to buy cassava stems for them. You can imagine the cost involved for the transportation. At that time the cost was not all that expensive, but the transportation cost. Yeah, so for the stem itself, at least 200 can cater for. You can even get it free from a nearby farmers. Yes.
Okay.
If you are looking for maybe 5 acres or 10 acres, and a farmer is very close to you and having for maybe half acre, 1 acre, you have to search for a place that you can get the number of stems that can cater for your land. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at the fertilizer or the plant nutrient.
Yeah. Before we go into the nutrients, you see the planting material for cassava. It's a one-time cost.
Okay.
If you buy a cassava for this year, next year you are not going to buy a cassava stem again.
Oh, okay.
Next, for 3, 4, 5 years, you will not buy a stem. So it's a one-off cost.
But unless you want to change the variety.
Unless you want to change the variety.
Okay.
Yes.
One-time cost and you are done. You not buy again. You just be producing your own stem.
Yeah.
Okay. So the plant nutrient. How much will it cost me for 1 acre?
As I said in first video, cassava don't need a lot of fertilizer, but even though if you want to buy 15 is good, and at least 50 kilo for 1 acre will be good.
Okay.
And it costs, it's a 400 cedis, 400 to 450, but let's say 400 cedis.
Okay.
Per 50 kilo for 1 acre, I think is good.
Including the cost of labor?
No, the cost of labor will be also about 100 or 150 cedis. And for cassava, you can do basal application or top dressing. Yes.
So now let's look at the weed control in cassava farming.
Weed control in cassava farming.
The cost and the labor cost.
Yes. If your farm is a plowing land, you can use pre-emergence herbicides.
Okay.
After you plow, then you spray before you plant the cassava. That would be good.
Okay. How many days before planting? After you spray?
The next day or 2-3 days.
When did that affect the cabbage?
No.
It's cabbage. When did that affect the cassava?
Yeah, you know affect cassava. This one, the pre-emergence herbicide, it kills the seed of the weeds.
Okay.
So either you use the pre-emergence or post-emergence. Yeah, if it's not a plowing land too, and after you grown the cassava, 2 weeks after planting, when the weeds are starting coming, you can also use herbicides called atrazine. And for that one, at least maybe 1 kilo or 1,000 grams can cater for 1 acre, and it's at least 100 cedis.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it throughout the season or once with the weed control?
Cassava, if you are lucky, it will be once, because when you start getting canopy, yeah, when cassava get canopy, it will be very difficult for the weeds to grow.
Okay.
Yes.
Because they are not getting enough sun.
Enough sun, yes.
Okay. What about the pest control? Pest and disease control.
Pest and disease. Cassava, at times, cassava, you see this cassava. Cassava, at times, this one you not get any pests. Yes, at times there's no, you not get any pests, any disease. Let me tackle the disease pest. Because for the pests, as I said in the first video, if you don't take your weed control serious, you get a serious pest, which is the rat or the grass cutters. But for that one, you cannot use mechanical control unless you use physical control. Yes, and for the physical control, unless you set traps, and for that one, it's very difficult to measure. But for the mechanical control, like diseases, like fungal diseases, you can use a copper-based fungicide or any fungicide to treat it. And for that one, to about 100 cedis, can buy the fungicide, and maybe the cost of spraying to, if you say 150 cedis, then for that one, the pest control will maybe cost about 250 Ghana cedis for the and for cassava, I'm about 90% sure that you do a cassava production for almost 5 years, and you if you control pests or disease, maybe once, because it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the cost in case it happens. But I'm sure that since I started cassava this production, I've not even sprayed my farm before, and I've not applied fertilizer before.
Oh, okay.
So all these costs are costs that it can dodge. Yes.
All right. So before we talk about the total cost, our farmland is still available for coconut, maize, palm, and so many other things. So if you want to go into farming, you don't have land, you can get in touch with me. My contact will be on the screen and the description section, so that I'll take you through the process. Then you can be able to start farming now, and you start your land preparation any moment from now. By next year, you can be early next year, first rain, you can be able to start planting. Mr. Boachi's contact will also be on the screen. If you need him for consultation and also for agri input, you can get in touch with him. He'll be able to sort you out. If you call him, as the number is not going through, message him on WhatsApp. When he's available, he'll be able to respond to you. Mr. Boachi, let's continue.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Boachi, the total cost, how much in total? We have land that is 300 cedis. The land preparation is 400 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
We also have the cost of plowing, which is 300 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And then cost of planting, 200 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Then cost of planting material, 200 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Then cost of plant nutrient or fertilizer, which is 400 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Then we have weed control and then labor cost, 250 Ghana cedis. And then pest control and disease, plus labor 200 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
So in total
it's about
2,350 Ghana cedis.
2,350 cedis.
Yes.
And this 2,350 cedis, I can assure you that if you have 1,500, you can go into cassava production, because the cost of fertilizer, I think it will be out. The cost of spraying will be out. So this one, we assume that your land is not good.
Yeah.
Yes. If the land is good, you can even use 1,500 for 1 acre.
Okay.
But for this calculation, we assume that the land is not good. You face some challenges.
Okay.
But if all these challenges are not there, 1,500 can go in for 1 acre of cassava. So let's use this calculation. So the total cost is 2,350 Ghana cedis
now
for
let's
1
look
acre.
at the revenue.
Yeah.
Revenue.
For the revenue for cassava, it varies, because I said the unit of measurement for cassava is not like the maize. Yeah, but in the simple measurement, as I've already said, this tricycle in our villages, the tricycle full of cassava, we assume to be 1 ton. So if you have 6, and you can get 6 to 10 tons per acre, depending on the varieties and also your culture practices.
Okay.
So if you have 10 tons and 1 ton was selling around 1,500 cedis. Now you know that this year cassava is very expensive. Even when you go to market, 10 cedis of cassava, you cry. Fufu, you can even use 10 cedis for cassava fufu.
Wow.
You alone. Cassava is very expensive nowadays. So if 1 ton is 1,500, I'm talking about tricycle. If it's 1,500 and you get a maximum of 10 tons per acre, we assume that the 1 ton, as I said, the 1 ton is 1,500 and you get 10 tons. Is 15,000. In the worst scenario, when you get even 6 tons, it's around let's see, 15 times it's almost 9,000.
Wow.
So you can get 9,000 to 15,000 per acre. And even if you want to go into agro processing, it will be higher than that.
Wow.
Because when you process into gari, 1 bag of gari now is very expensive. But only that you processing cost will also be there. Okay. Yeah. So on average, 1 acre of cassava, you can get about minimum of 9,000 and maximum of 15,000. 15,000 Ghana cedis.
Ghana cedis.
Yes.
When you take your cost out of it, I think we are going to get 12,650.
12,650.
So imagine you have 10 acres.
So if you get 15,000 and you subtract 2,350 from it, then you get 12,650.
Yes.
12,650 for 1 acre.
So if you have 10 acres, then you multiply that by 10. That would be like
123,500 Ghana cedis, equivalent to almost $12,000 a year, which is not bad. Yes.
Okay. So in how many months? 6 to 8 months.
6 to 18 months, or say some 1 year, which is 12 months.
12 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you got enough value from this video too. If you are planning to go into cassava farming, you now know the cost involved and the profit that you stand to make starting this business. So if you are planning to go into cassava farming, I believe this information will be able to guide you to start doing something. It's very easy to manage. If you haven't watched the previous video we made on the process and all the tips and tricks we made on the previous video, I'll be leaving the link in the description section. It will be popping up after watching this video somewhere here or here. Just go and then watch that video too, so that you get enough information to start your cassava farming this year or next year. So I hope you got enough value. If you have any other question you want us to address, let us know that in the comment section. If you're also into cassava farming, you wish to share your experience with us, let us know that in the comment section. We'll see you in the next video.